All right, so we got a little problem with the seats. They actually tried to kill my friend by choking him. This is not normal. I mean, I don't know if you can see how much that's moving back and forth, but it's got to be like an inch of play. There are bushings in the seat on the sliders that are just plastic, and after years of this, I'm having way too much fun with this, they disappear. They leave the chat. So we need to take the seats out of the car and change these bushings so that it won't be like this anymore. It's one of those things that's like satisfying to do because you get instant gratification. Once you put the seat back in, it's gonna be like all sweet again. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's take the seat out. We need to get the 2 bolts in the back, slide the seat forward, get the front bolts, and then disconnect it. Okay, get these out. We're also gonna have to remove this seat belt. All right, now we're gonna slide the seat back so we can get to the front bolts. If you disconnect the battery first, you'll never get to these. Looks like it's, of course, a different bolt size. And then the reason we do this is because we're going to disconnect the battery before we disconnect the wires so that everything works. And then we'll be able to take the seat out. We'll be able to fix those sliders. I'll show you those in a minute. So let's go ahead and get these out. Oh, that's right. I gotta go get a smaller socket. All right, so let's push this seat forward now. And we can get under here and disconnect some wires. We need to disconnect these too. And then this one here. And then this one up here. Let's go ahead and disconnect this battery again. I feel like I disconnect this battery like 800 times now. There we go. All right, so we need to break the sliders free from the seat. We got some T25s. I believe this is going to be fairly simple. And then we got to get this T50 out. All right, now it should just slide right out. This part. There we go. Okay, here we've got it. This part is why the seat is rocking. I've got some bushings to replace that. So I got a handful of these bushings off of Amazon. I think there was like, I don't know, under $10. I've got about 8 of them. So I'm going to try to put this back where it was. Yeah, so let's make sure we kind of put it back at around 2 threads showing. So just take this out like so, and then we're going to put 2 of these in here. It's nasty. Look at that. Ugh. I think you can see pieces of the original stuff in there. So let's go ahead and get a pick and clean that out. Alright, so I got that cleaned out. Put 1 on each side here. And then we got to take the block that goes in the middle. Probably want to clean that off a little bit too. The threaded block. All the magic happens there. A pair of pliers to help get this squeezed in. Try to do it evenly because stuff tends to like to be done evenly. Quiet, birds. don't drop it like that. It's always a good thing. Okay, now it's nice and tight. So let's go ahead and put it back on. There we go. And I think that's about where it was. I don't know if it matters. So now we're just gonna slide it back in. Screws down because they're gonna go here. And this one goes up. There you go. Just take your time. Get it in there. Okay. There we go. That's perfect. Start with the T50. I suggest putting everything in loosely before you tighten anything down all the way. Line these up. Now I'd say we can go ahead and send them home. Gonna send you home, birds. So annoying. Oh, and the train. Never buy a house near a train. Even when you think it's not that close, it is. Now, you could have added more grease if you want. This was still pretty well greased up. I don't think I need to. Now we'll just flip this over and do the other side. And this seat will be ready to go back in after I clean it, of course. All right, so you just put the seat back in the reverse of taking it out. Do 2 of the bolts, slide it, do the other 2. Make sure you get it nice and tight because, you know, you don't want to die. Make sure you bolt the seat belt back on, important stuff like that. Of course, plug all the plugs in before you bolt it down, then connect the battery again, and in theory, you shouldn't have any lights. Well, you shouldn't have any more lights than you used to have. But the cool part, no more. It's one of those little things that makes a huge difference, because let me tell you, when you're driving this car and every time you hit the brake, you slide forward and hit the gas and slide back, you notice it nonstop. It's very hard to ignore. These, like a $10 fix, if that. I think it was under $10. I mean, yeah, there was some labor involved, but if you didn't have unlimited free labor, you wouldn't be watching this kind of stuff on YouTube. You'd be in your kitchen drinking a latte while your car was at the shop and you were paying way too much money, but you didn't really care because you're too busy paying attention to, like, celebrities. We're not the same as those people. I like to think we're better, but we're also broken. So I don't know. Well, anyway, that's enough for this episode. Few more things and we're gonna go ahead and let this car go. I got my eye on a couple new ones, so maybe something cool will come up. So yeah, if you don't mind, hit that like button. It helps me out. Give me a follow if you like what you see. I don't plan on stopping this anytime soon. I'm having a good time. My wife's not as happy with it, but that's a whole nother channel. I plan to keep buying low dollar vehicles, trying to find a good deal, but you know, this was $1,000. I really want to keep it at that $1,000 mark and just taking cars that have fallen hard on their luck and giving them new life. I'm really proud of this car so far. It really came out nice. So hopefully I can do that with some more. So anyway, again, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.